Nice, a couple of joiners, perfect. Yeah, as soon as we're out of the game here, whether that be win, death, or just the end of our stream for the night, I'll add the two of you on. And in fact, just so I don't forget, let's grab my little trusty post-it notepad, and I'll start a list here. Get everyone to add to the RC, but yeah, if you want to add, I am just Torinski, I guess as you can see from the top right. If you want to add me as team captain. And TPD as well. Perfect. Glad to have you all on board. Oh, I guess yes. Also, if any of your names are different from your Twitch names, definitely let me know. Thanks a lot. That is important. Kind of forget about that. Okie dokie. Even with Saint Roka, I'm still risking it a little bit, hoping to maybe eke out a couple more points of experience before we completely retreat. Oof. Who summoned you? The priest. Okay, then I'm just heading upstairs. No need to risk getting paralyzed, anything nasty like that. Let's get out of that. Perfect, thanks brain. I'll append that. Make sure I get all your names right. Give the team the credit. You're in team, how do I set team name? Love it. But I think that'll be the end of our quick dip into Orc. We'll maybe leave it alone for the time being, and we can try out heading down into Lair as well. With IMB, we should be able to keep most of the dangerous things off of us. Don't know how I feel about how I'd take out our first Hydra, though. That's usually how I like to weigh things here. Could learn Petrify for the time being. That's one of the classic ways that I always took care of that problem. In fact, Petrify LRD, we could just get the full combo right now. I mean, it sounds good to me. Let's try it out, shall we? It's nice to have some method to deal with not just Hydras, but I guess any of the poison-resistant monsters that we might run into here. So I'll take that right away here. Would be nice to have statue form, of course, but won't be greedy. And let's see here. Not quite. Come on, you son of a gun. Oh, I guess 38% chance to resist along with the chance for us to fail. It's an interesting calculus there, but perfect. We finally managed to get one to stick here. Hopefully turning this buddy to stone just in time. Love it. Take out Yield Electric Dagger here and get a few stabs in. Perfect. So good proof of concept for the Petrify idea. Thanks, Zom, for calling attention to us. Love to see it. It's not like we were trying to keep our entrance clear or anything like that, of course. Ooh, even though wolves I don't mind. We can stick to mostly enemies that aren't resistant to poison. That would be fantastic game. That I can handle at the very least. Okay, just waiting for the cane toad to come out and immediately make me eat those words, but not yet. Looking good. Holy cow, though. Hey, Arug. What's up? Ice Blast Wand. We emitted a cloud of colorful smoke. Cool. But Vampiric Demon Trident, that's not great for us either. This is going to be interesting. Let's maybe see. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm going to give it a sec. The server lag there is being a little bit tricky for us. What are our chances to petrify you? 49%, that's not bad. Perfect, love that. Ooh, you are right, Nine Settler, with the silver javelins being a risky proposition, but I also am scared of clogging up my stairs, so I was hoping with a lucky petrify we could get into a good situation early. Thanks, Zom, for weakening us down to 2 strength. That's exactly what we were looking for. And nice, it'll be fun to be on a team this time. You've usually been solo or one other person. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm happy that we're assembling a bit of a team here. Happy to have each and everyone on board. Yeah, exactly. 9th, yeah, 2 strength is pretty rough. But let's maybe start with just a puff of flame, and then now I'm gonna try out an LRD or 2. See how we do for damage, and if things are looking promising, we can stick around. If not, we get the heck out of here. About mid-level there. Not great, not bad. Better miscast rate than I was expecting, actually. I know statistically we should only be missing like 1 in 8, 1 in 9, but 14% failure rates always seem like a lot higher than that from a biased standpoint, or from a in-the-moment standpoint, as it were. But okay, this is still pretty rough. I think I'm willing to throw some wand charges here. These are loud, the ice blasts. I wanted to see how much damage we could lay on, because I would like to have one of these routes a little bit more clear for the sake of the rest of the run here. In fact, that's still not too bad, able to hit past the wolf. But single javelin comes our way. Gonna want to get out of here. The issue being with Aru here, we're down to a decent spot in the fight, already half health or whatever, but she does have a vampiric weapon. So that could definitely all come the other way. 49% of the time it works every time, exactly. And you don't know how this game works. It's definitely, yeah, a really fun game. It has a lot of mechanics, and it definitely can take a decent amount of time to get your first win in the game, but as long as you don't mind dying too much, as long as you have the kind of mentality of like dying is just learning, and learning is fun, then it's definitely a good game to get into, because it can just provide endless entertainment for sure. And it has a very consistent and constant development cycle on top of that, so we're constantly getting new fun content to try out and all that good stuff. Not great. I think I might have to head out of here. This is looking an awful lot like the way that we lost our first run of the day with the Vampiric Hunter, where it's against a polearmed user, so I tell myself over and over again that I can just retreat at any time, but then I also convince myself to not retreat, ever. So we could try and paralyze with 28% chance. It's not horrible. We're at least a little better positionally than we were in that other game. So we could, I was gonna say, afford to do one thing. Didn't work out, so I'm getting the heck out of there. Perfect, yep. We immediately get stabbed on our way up. Love to see it. So, okay. Looking like we're gonna have some trouble, both in Orc and in Lair. It is definitely a bit rough, but not the end of the world. For the time being, I think we'll just head back to exploring the old regular dungeon and see if we can't get our experience up a bit, maybe get our Petrify and LRD combo up to a bit of a stronger state, see if that helps us out. We could even hopefully find Ignite Poison before then and add another bit of auxiliary damage to our combo here. I'm guessing this is your battle sphere, or is this your friend's battle sphere? Oh, that's your friend's battle sphere. Fun. Holy cow. That's a lot of damage. Did I kill Urug? No, I definitely did not yet. We will be going back there. Yeah, maybe once we have statue form up and running, that should be the maker. Please don't die. Oh, we're doing our best. No resist elect definitely makes it tough, even against this Tengu here. I got too complacent just based on the fact that the last time we fought a Tengu, they weren't a spellcaster. So, if we want to ensure our survival, I mean, just because it would be hilarious. I could scroll a fog and just die immediately, much like we did with Rift Fling, the namesake of my the clan name here. But I agree with that sentiment for sure, Ninth Settler. Let's just do our best to stay alive, of all things, shall we? So I think it will be a blink scroll, and just get as far away as possible. Let some of that poison deal its damage. I don't think it will kill the Tengu. And in fact, just keeping an eye on the chat log here, it doesn't look like it did. But maybe with a bit of a reset, making sure that we don't get into a position where the lightning bolts are going to be deflected back into the enemy. Crap, where did you go? I hate losing enemies in this game. It's always frightening. I guess we kind of know that the bird shouldn't be up this way. This is where we came from, so I don't think we'd manage to do like a ring around the rosy situation with the Tengu. Could be wrong, of course, but I'm hoping we're not. Thanks for the confusion, Zom. Absolutely love to see it. Not at all upsetting or difficult. Oh, did everyone get confused? Even the Centaur Warrior? Centaur Warrior zombie kicks itself and does no damage. Way to go, bud. Too confused to cast spells, right? Indeed. So we could quaff a potion. We have 6 potions of curing. Not the end of the world, but this is why I guess generally people wouldn't choose Zom if they're trying to streak or anything like that. How many turns? These buddies do 20 damage? 18, so yeah, just under 20. Okay, I'm willing to risk it a bit. Perfect. Just had to survive long enough to get out of the confusion state. That should do absolute wonders for us. And then just switch over to IMB and OTR combo. Love to see it. So far, not dying. Could all change at any moment here, don't get me wrong. I would really like to find that Tengu Conjurer ASAP. I do not enjoy having that buddy wandering the levels. I mean, even more ideally, I would probably want to get some more rings here. I haven't missed any, right? Oh wow, we've only found 2 rings this whole game so far. Fun stuff. I don't think there have been any in a shop or anything either. Nope, not whatsoever. Fun stuff. Of course, classic DCSS experience there. Anytime you play as a species that is unable or especially good at any one particular thing, you will definitely find it, or you definitely won't find it, respectively. Just to keep things interesting, you know? Let's see, chance to petrify you, 50%, isn't too bad. Okay, don't throw rocks 2 turns in a row, though. Thank you. And then stone wall, I think might actually do more damage than exploding the Cyclops itself. I never have quite gone to the bottom of whether that's true or not. Seems more anecdotal, my experiences in that sense. Or sometimes it definitely has felt like I've, you know, blasted over and over again, point blank, into the statued monster's face, and it's done nothing compared to the stone walls. But I do know in general the stone walls are better than regular dungeon walls, and of course the crystal walls are where it's really at. Okie dokie, let's start running away, let the poison take out this buddy, because a demon blade at this point in the game, kinda sweet. Pain, not necessarily great. If we end up training some necromancy, that could come in handy. Make that brand a little more effective. And it also does remind me that we should take a look at our skills here. Statue form is still long ways off. Oh, because we don't have transmutations training. Oops. That's important. Make sure that yeah, comes up to at least 8. We'll probably end up coming up to 10 or 12, I'm sure. And Anything else I want to change up here? Maybe take off spellcasting for a bit. We can kind of focus down these two for the time being. Perfect. Ooh, Boulder Beetle's got a new look to them as well. Fancy. Definitely scarier looking now. A bit more indicative of their threat level. But susceptible to poison, that is what I love to read, game. Do I have any nets yet? Do not. So, 64%, and then I think the roll can double that. Double melee damage, indeed. So this is still a tricky situation. Didn't quite give it as much credence as I probably should have. In fact, curious. A petrify would have been 50% chance. That might have been worth it to try earlier than this point here. Maybe? Or it might just be the way to go still. I'm gonna cross my fingers just a wee bit, but that should slow down the Boulder Beetle. Hopefully, enough that we just don't have to worry too much about them, and then I'm gonna just keep cranking up the toxicity here. Oof. Oof. Come on, buddy. Keep missing us. Oh gosh. He can't keep getting away with it, folks. Apparently I can, though. No problems. Never doubt in my mind. And there's that dang old conjurer. Not a great time for you to find me, friend. Especially since Tengus are fast, I believe. Slightly faster, that is. There we go. That is much more my speed here. Get the 69% chance to petrify the son of a gun as well. And don't do your lightning bolt. Don't do your lightning bolt. Love to see it. Much more approachable way to deal with that buddy there. This has been a wild D11 for sure. Is where things generally start to get interesting, so it makes sense in its own right for sure. Okay. Thanks, Zom. Don't know how I feel about that. Not great is my initial reaction. Also, are you poison resistant? No, you just... Dang it. Why did you drink that? I would have loved to have taken that off of your cold dead body. So instead we're just going to run away, let the poison do its thing. Not too bad. Ode to OTR, for sure. Even though, geez, I almost got myself killed to that Wyvern. Let's not do that. If it can be helped at the very least. And finally take an opportunity to fully heal up our magic points. Okie dokie. How are we doing on Petrify LRD? 47, 29%? Not too bad. And, okay, as long as it's just one slime creature, I don't mind too much. In fact, I should stop using my dagger and should just use some of my spells. It's funny, I've used OTR and Petrify LRD combo to kill so many things now that it's apparently all my mind's capable of doing. Didn't even think to use my stone arrow there. And okie dokie, let's switch to our Chaos Crossbow. Maybe try and get a hit or two in. Oof. That hurts real bad. I guess what I should have done instead of what we did there was to go for the Petrify. We were just talking about how that's our go-to move. Also, where the heck did you go? Acid Dragon, did Zom take care of you? Let's see if it's strong enough to survive yet, says Zom. Thanks, buddy. What a pal. Oops, tried to right click again. One day I'll get that muscle memory sorted. Okay, not bad whatsoever. Manticores? A little bit scarier for sure. At least they do get affected by poison, so there is that. And then IMB, that's the one. Toxic Aura, wait a turn, IMB. Just rinse and repeat. It's that easy. Perfect. What do you think of that, Zom, son of a gun? Are you not entertained? Oops, let's not pick up the spear. Let's definitely pick up a buckler, though. Perfect, and that becomes an instant train. Bring shields up. Don't remember if it's 4 or 5. I guess it depends on what your species is. It is 4. Perfect. Well, we'll try and pop that on as soon as we can afford to do it without losing too much of our spellcasting capability. Holy cow. Maybe I need to play more Zom games. There's something silly fun about the chaotic nature of it all, for sure. Okay, Acid Dragon, you coming? No? Ooh, I don't like this. Definitely have to petrify you. Stop. Stop. Cool. Need to kill it? Perfect. Jeez Louise. Corrosive enemies are the bane of my existence. And finally our 3rd ring. Ooh, I guess our 4th ring. I didn't realize that we got a ring of positive energy as well. Ring of protection from fire. We're slowly but surely starting to gain some resists. Because what the Octopode lacks in terms of defensive capabilities, like our AC specifically, they definitely make up for in sheer resistance capabilities. With the number of ring slots you have, be able to really stack those buddies up for sure. Let's see, is there any other way to incapacitate you? No, I'm gonna keep running. Think, what's your range on that? It's 7. Oh, that's worse than I thought. Jeez Louise. Brings us into negative AC. Don't like that. Here's where we want to slow it down. Take our hands off the keyboard for a moment, because I'm all too likely to just keep running or something silly like that. And let's think about this for a brief moment. Paralysis had 49% chance. That's not horrible. But at the end of the day, if we are just sheerly focused on surviving, I should probably just throw another scroll of blinking at the problem. That would be 2 scrolls of blinking on this floor alone, which isn't great. But at the end of the day, staying alive is pretty great. So, you know, when you weigh them out, pretty obvious where we want to go with that. So, I think I will play it safe here. Just get the heck out of here. What I probably should have done, actually, with some hindsight here, is a couple of turns ago when we were still, you know, we had a couple of hits worth of HP, we could have read one of our Scrolls of Fog and then just kept running, and it would have potentially gotten us to this more corner heavy part of the map where we can actually stay out of sight range a bit more easily. I mean, if we take one more step down to the right, we are out of sight, and then the swamp drake catches up to us pretty quick, right? Because we go here, they go here, here, here they see us. So it buys us a couple turns, but I think we might have to blink anyway. Oh wait, no. Turn the corner, read, fog, step back, step back, step back. Taking it slow, slow and steady. Hey, okay, we were able to keep a hold of our blinking scrolls for now, at the very least. So that's the right way to use a Scroll of Fog. You need to make sure you have like 1 or 2 turns around it, because if you just use it and then immediately get slapped in the face by whatever is there, it can definitely go south a lot faster than we just saw. But perfect, and that's how you take care of the Acid Dragon. Love to see it. And here, go back to ye old classic OTR and just get the heck out of there. Love to see it. No more acid drakes, please game. That would be fantastic. Make me very happy. As we immediately put ourselves into scary situations once more. So it was a 50% chance, just under a 50% chance to petrify this bad boy. It does take a couple turns for that to take effect. I guess what we should do is do a quick XV here. 35 damage. Large rocks. Okay, yes, that math checks out. So we shouldn't be dead in one hit, right? Now we could be dead in one hit. Go through the same series of checks, making sure we are checking on each of these resources that we could use to survive this. Maybe that scroll blinking will have to be used after all. But, oh, and in fact, okay, I need to remember. After I escaped that situation, I'd meant to read all my scrolls of identify and figure out what the heck the rest of this crap is. If I survive this, I need to do that. And in fact, let's not make that an if. Let's just guarantee it. Ooh, we're not in a great position for blinking away. This gets us out of sight range, but not by a whole lot. Again, I'm trying to do the mental calculus of the moves here because we're gonna have to take steps downwards as the Cyclops comes through the hallway, and then they're gonna turn down. So they're gonna gain a couple of steps on us since they can cut around the corner sharply instead of having to do this wonky move. But I believe it still keeps us out of sight. Perfect. And as long as we don't have to head up towards them whatsoever, we should be okay. To just slowly but surely wind our way through here. Perfect. I want statue form to come online so badly. We just need more experience. Please, game. Give me a chance, coach. But okie dokie. Reading some of these identify scrolls, let's figure out what else we have at our disposal. I'd like a fear scroll because that's nice. Is Devastator, the Shatter Shillelagh, good? From my experience, not amazing. It's pretty fun. Also, look at that, Scrolls of Fear, just when we ask for them. Yeah, I've had fun with it before, but it pales comparative to a lot of the other unranned arts, at least in my opinion. Again, that's not something that's necessarily a true fact by any stretch of the imagination. But I guess, yeah, that's probably a better answer now that I think about it, is just relative. It's not bad, at the very least. So if you don't have a better weapon at this stage in the game, then it can be fun to play around with a little bit. But in most of my experiences, I've already found something incredible that's more in my department and haven't ended up using it too much. But okie dokie, taking another quick peek through the spells that we have available to us. Irradiate is getting up there, and that's nice to see. There we go, Night Settler with the much better opinion on the matter, because I'm sure that they know more than I do. But yes, the shatter damage scales with damage dealt by the weapon. So like 40 strength or slain, it's quite great. Oh, so it scales really well still. That would make sense, because I think I've only ever used it with casters. So that does jive even with my more anecdotal experiences. Oof. Taking one big hit. Still worth it to just try for the quick petrify chance on that bad boy. And Zom did come to the rescue in many ways, just to make sure that we are safe there. As long as the Cyclops is at max range, I'm okay starting this fight though, because we can always just keep walking away. No problems whatsoever. If they're not at max range, we will have to use another blinking scroll, so I probably should think about just leaving it alone for the time being. And thinking about our other options. Lair is guarded by Uruk, which is a bit scary with the vampiric trident and silver javelins. Saint Roka is in our orc though, which is admittedly worse in many ways. Just a lot of health to chunk through, and we're not quite in the place to deal enough damage yet. So maybe we'll head downstairs one more floor, try and get a wee bit more experience here. Shields are almost at the point where we can start wearing our buckler, and transmutations slowly but surely making their way up there. What about you, Maurice? Devastator's a fun get, but quite loud. But it just brings enemy closer to get hit with the shatter effect, so it can work out. So yeah, situationally bad, I guess, if you can't handle the attention. That's funny, because I didn't actually fully internalize that. I always like every once in a while throwing in a full noise run. Ideally, you get like the shield of the gong and the singing sword, but the Devastator could be fun as well for that exact same mechanic. Worship quas, and that part matters less. Indeed, I guess that's the other key puzzle component of the noise-based runs that I was just mentioning. You also definitely want to be worshipping quas. Jeez Louise, Maurice and Sonia all in the same place, hey? Well, short sword of venom. At least she doesn't have a distortion weapon this time around. That's always nice to see. Still extremely dangerous, but poison should at least make decently quick work of her. I'm more concerned even of the unseen horror that's beating on us right now. Also, dang it, I'm heading the wrong way. Stairs are that direction, you fool. So, let's see here. I'm worried about what our seething chaos has done to the unseen horror, because that felt like a heavy hit that we just took there on a couple of those turns. So, let's see. IMB could get the unseen horror off of us, or keep it off of us for the most part. Sonia is still gonna keep coming though. Jeez, this character was doing great until here, but that is kind of fair to say, because this is generally the stage in the game where Octopodes are starting to really run into issues based on their lack of defenses. And it sucks because we're so close to getting that statue form up. So close as well to getting to shield up, all the necessary components that we're looking for in the run. Thank you so much, C Puffy, for the follow. I appreciate it a lot. But okie dokie. Let's try and turn the positivity of that follow into something great here. Unseen horror, I don't think cares that much about fear. Sonia, what about you? Get you off my back. And try one scroll of fear. IMB. What happened to the unseen horror? Interesting. I blasted it away, but then I'm curious if I also managed to petrify it, or rather the chaotic storm around us managed to petrify it, maybe? Let's try reworking our angle. Anyone in chat know off the top of your head whether unseen horrors are resistant to poison? I feel like they are, but I could definitely be wrong about that. Could try it out for a bit here. We could even try and park the unseen horror on the floor up above. Oh, hello? Maybe they didn't see us? Maybe they didn't see us. Yeah, no, we definitely want to go upstairs now if we can. Did we bring it with us? No, we did not bring it with us. Okay. We'll do this a couple of times here. Wait until something hits us. Perfect. And now we know that we have this gap, so let's park that unseen horror. Everyone remember with me now, B11 has a hidden enemy on it. I'm sure I'll remember that. There's no way that I completely forget and end up running face first into that problem in a later date. That doesn't sound like me is the thing. Ooh. Our body is suffused with distortional energy. What does it mean? Oh my gosh. I also never, or I haven't checked my mutations in too long here. We are now frail rather than robust, so that really took a huge nosedive, comparatively. Otherwise, not too bad. I guess spells are a little harder to cast. A little bit more powerful isn't what we're looking for, seeing as how we'd really like to get statue form up and running here. And yeah, no, I should do an annotation, or I should have done an annotation before I went down the stairs. Maybe I can head to this one real quick. Oh, you can annotate floors you're not on. That makes sense. So let's annotate D11 by default here. Just unseen. Still no guarantee that I remember that, if I'm being honest, but maybe, just maybe, that'll help us out. Okie dokie. Don't love vampire mosquitoes, but IMV should do a decent amount of work on them. Can't use our usual poison that we love so much, but our next source of AoE damage does almost just as well. In fact, I guess I was going to say better, but that's not true. I see. So the exclamation point annotation does warn you as well. That is good to know. Perfect. Through the batch of vampire mosquitoes, my cleaving frenzy subsided. For a while there, we were apparently cleaving, thanks to Zom. That's cool. Absolutely wild journey we're on so far. But okie dokie. At some point, as soon as we have statue form castable, I really want to start putting some training into hand crossbows so we can maybe get a few more of these chaos shots off on far away enemies. See if we can't get some lucky paralyzes and the like. Oh me, oh my. Another one of you. Hey, okay. Did get it this time. Still don't want to do anything stupid. Let's see if we can't get some decent damage off before this buddy wakes up, shall we? In fact, that should do it. Awesome, there we go. Does mean that we probably could have, with enough tries, taken care of the Cyclops on the floor above, but also glad to just play it a little bit safer. Okay, thanks, Zom. I actually do appreciate that greatly. This is a faster monster, but as long as it doesn't have enemies around, the Moth of Wrath isn't quite as scary as it otherwise might be. So I'll just poison that son of a gun and run. Perfect. Urge to shout disappears. Did I just see that? Yes, thanks, Zom. Love you, pal. You're doing great. Let's see. Ooh, our first Hydra not in lair, but instead out in the main dungeon here. Ooh, we did get lucky at least on the whatchamacallit? Zom gives a demonstration of destructive might. Makes the Hydra glow a little bit. But and hope that the Chaos does some interesting effects here while we wait for the Petrify to take effect. But this is my usual Hydra slaying technique for Earth Elementalists in general. Just get that Petrify LRD combo popping off, and usually it's fairly promising. Not great odds that we succeed again, so I do think I will switch to Stone Arrow. Love to see it. Perfect timing on that. And we are also finally at the point where we can wear our buckler. Finally get some of the much needed bonuses, or defensive bonuses. Also, we just lost our frail, which is great, and we gained antenna, which isn't amazing, but at least we can't wear helmets anyway. We're not exactly missing out. And you know what? Just for you, Zom, I'll pick up this Dagger of Chaos. I don't think I'll use it. It seems scary to me if I'm being honest with you, but I'll pick it up. Just because I love you, bud. Oops, no, do not attack that mosquito while wielding that. You can do the toxic effect just to get through to the centaur here. And then I wanted to save some mana points for I am being the rest of the mosquito crowd here.